What's up, guys? We are live and direct from the home office of J Marqeting, Jeremy Marquez, in Los Angeles, near the Westwood area. Temporarily staying here for a few more weeks. None of that really matters. What matters is it's Friday, but that doesn't really matter either because to us, it's just another day with the word day that gives us an opportunity to grind, to build our pipeline, to create more relationships for our clients. What does that mean? That means it's time to make cold calls. It's time to log into the dialer as normal daily for our clients and make calls. We call, you close. More real estate listings is my service. Real estate professionals will hire me to make real estate cold calls in their market. So I'm a virtual ISA. So my service is provided to real estate professionals who want to generate more business, but they're just too busy to cold call themselves because they're so busy with their, as an example, one of my clients in Los Angeles, he does over $50 million in volume every year. So for him to spend 2 to 5 hours a day, every day, consistently making calls is just impossible. Maybe a day or two a week, but to consistently follow up with leads, to set appointments, to convert those leads into listings, it's hard to do as a successful realtor, investor, business person, right? So it makes sense to delegate those parts of their business to a service that provides that. So J Marqeting has been in effect for almost 6 years, and we work with top realtors, top investors who find it more effective to delegate that part of their business to me. Okay. So I have a very close relationship with my clients. The communication is a daily communication by text, by email, by call. In the case of my client here in Los Angeles, we meet a couple of times a week for a face-to-face. So that's great. Of course, that can be done in any country, any market. I can just we can hop on a Zoom or whatever we got to do, right? If you guys are tuning in on Facebook, you see the background of the Sacramento Tower Bridge. You guys know Sacramento is my hometown. I'm currently in the Los Angeles area, but that's a photo I took of the Tower Bridge there, if you cared. Again, off subject. Sometimes I do that. That's okay. That's just me. That's how I roll. One big thing that I pride myself in always, not just in business, is trying to be as transparent and consistent as possible as a human being. 15 years ago, that wasn't the case. I was a chameleon. I would be who I thought you wanted me to be. So that's also a different subject, but if you'd like, we can get into that at some point. That's not the person I am today. The person I am today, well, none of that really matters, guys. What matters is I truly enjoy making cold calls. I enjoy telemarketing. I enjoy creating something out of nothing. Scenario, yesterday I made a call to a property owner. It was an expired listing. It was a multifamily property, an investment property, income producing property that was on the market for over 6 months. It came off of the market as expired. We had a conversation. The gentleman said that he still wants to sell. He's accepting offers. He said he was going to be talking to another realtor that evening and for us to follow up. So I converted that lead to my client. My client reached out, had a phone call with him. Long story short, it turns out that we may end up getting the listing from a call that I made. And that's why my clients hired me, is to create more relationships for them to be able to create more business, whether that's acquiring property and then listing it on the open market, or representing these sellers, property owners on the open market as their listing agent, right? That's ideally what we would like to do. Hey, Steve. So ideally, that's our goal, is to be able to do that. And that happened. So my job was done in that case. And now it's just time to move on to the next set of calls, the next lead. And that's a great scenario. It's about an $800,000 property. We have a feeling that one of the main reasons why it didn't sell is due to the way that the property was marketed. Now, that has nothing. That's not my job. That's not my job. See, my job is to connect the lead after I've spoke to them with my client and allow my client to convert it from there. But just an update of that's how quick it can happen. So there's a really good chance that we'll get that listing. And I've only been working in this campaign with this new client for a little over a week. So we could get listings right away. Sometimes we get to build a pipeline, and you know how that goes, guys. But it all starts with dials. It all starts with lots of phone calls, right? Yes, the end result is we want to be able to eventually list property, right? That's the goal. But the unglorious part of that is that we have to make phone calls to be able to create these relationships initially. So that's what I'm hired to do. In my training, my Power Prospecting training program, it's one-on-one. I will work with you guys to help you guys just get better with your prospecting. I train you to do what I do every single day. I stay in my lane, and I will only train you guys to do what I'm doing daily. What I'm going to perform live right now for you guys. And if you look on the Facebook page and the YouTube channel, you'll see hours, literally hundreds of hours of me making calls over the last few years. I've been doing this for a while.
Using your touchtone phone, please enter your PIN number.
So if you're curious of how this all works, guys, and if you're an investor or if you're a realtor.
This is not a valid PIN number for this calling profile. Please try entering your PIN again. Using your touchtone phone, please enter your PIN number. Your PIN number can be found in the dial-in box on it. You are now walking to the next dial.
So I'm not available on the West Coast. I'm only available for hire if you guys are in the Central Standard Time Zone or the Eastern Standard Time Zone, okay? West Coast is locked up. So if you guys want details on that, you just got to shoot me a message, and I'll shoot you my calendar link, and we can go from there. Let me just do one housekeeping thing here with my YouTube channel, and I'm going to get the link shared a few places, and then we're already logged into the dialer. If you guys don't have any questions, I'll just go ahead and start making calls. And then during the dial session, both on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram, you guys have the ability in the live chat to ask questions about the scenarios. Maybe you guys are running into some situations that maybe you would like to talk through. We can do that in between calls, right? But just go ahead and type it in the chat box. And in fact, the more that you guys interact, the more YouTube, the more Facebook will distribute my stream. So it helps me, guys, when you hit like. It helps me when you comment. It helps me when you do little things like that. It doesn't mean much to you, but just so you know, it means a lot to me, and it works. It helps a lot when you guys comment, you guys like, you guys do the emotions, that type of thing. When you interact with the stream, it helps me a lot. So just keep in mind what we're doing here. I don't hate. So it's something I got to figure out. I think it has to do with my my cookies and my cache on my browser. But multiple times, even during dial sessions, my browser will refresh. And if you guys are a techie and if you guys know about this, my browser keeps refreshing. And sometimes if I'm logged into like a dial session, it will restart the dial session, and I have to go ahead and restart the entire dial session. You can imagine how frustrating that could be, right? That's what just happened. So it takes an extra 10 seconds to restart the dial session, so that's what I got to do. Sometimes technology gets in our way. It's okay. But if you guys know about this and if you have some suggestions that I try to maybe not have to deal with that, please hit me up and let me know.
Using your touchtone phone, please enter your PIN number. This is not a valid PIN number. This calling file. Please try entering your PIN again. Using your touchtone. This is not a valid PIN number for this calling profile. Please try entering
What's
your
up,
PIN
Ken?
again. Using your touchtone phone, please enter your PIN number. Goodbye.
Technology's pissing me off. All right, call back in. All right, let's try again.
Using your touchtone phone, please enter your PIN number. You are now logged into the
All right, now we're logged in. Let's make some calls. Hey, Ken, if you could, man, share this stream. Invite some people in here. All right, so we're making, these are going to be expired listings over 800,000 in the LA market. Now it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so there's a good chance these guys have been getting blown up all day. That's okay. My goal is to speak to homeowners who are still motivated to sell, connect them with my client, and allow my client to convert from there.
Forwarded to an automatic voice message system 610-698-0709 is not effective. Forwarded to an automatic voice message system 8.
How's the audio, Ken?
226 is not available. At the tone.
Can you hear the phone? Can you hear the other end? Hi, it's Jeremy Marquez over at. Hi, it's Jeremy Marquez at John Hart Real Estate. I was calling for Sherry. I think she hung up already. We're going to go ahead and redial. Call right back. See if we can get her on. I'm going to put the phone closer to the speaker for Instagram. Hopefully that will work.
Animal Kathy speaking.
Hey, Kathy. Sorry about that. I was actually trying to reach Sherry or Ivan. Do I have the right number?
No, I don't think you do.
Okay. Well, I'm with John Hart Real Estate. It's about a condo on Alfred Street.
No, I think you have the wrong number.
I apologize. I won't call again.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye. On to the next. So that's the cool thing about, what's up, Bats? The cool thing about Mojo is that, like, if we get disconnected or something like that, and the dialer thinks we got disconnected, it will automatically call back for me.
To an automatic voice message.
So once again, guys, we are making cold calls to homeowners in the Los Angeles market. These properties are all over $800,000, and they were listed on the open market, and for some reason they didn't sell. When I speak to somebody, I'm looking for motivation if they still want to sell. Then I'm looking for if there's room for us. So do they have a realtor they would already work with, or are they going to go back with the other realtor, or are they looking to interview other teams? So if they are interviewing other teams, or if they're not tied to their agent, I'm going to connect them by setting an appointment with my client. My goal is to get my client face-to-face at the property. First off, secondary, a Zoom. Third, if we have to, a phone call. And then I'm allowing my client to convert from there. But initially, my job is just to create a relationship with these leads, convert them
Please leave your message for
to a warm lead or an appointment for us to either turn into a listing for the open market or acquire, fix it up, and then put it on the open market as a flip. Primary, though, we're looking to represent them as the listing professional, the listing agent. And again, my client is a luxury / commercial agent with John Hart Real Estate. He does over 50 million in volume a year. He kills it. Primarily multifamily units.
Thank you for calling.
Or multi-million-dollar properties. Like he just closed one for $2,300,000. It was residential, but that will just give you an example. And he's doing a couple of transactions like that every month. So if you guys are a similar caliber realtor and a broker or investor, you just don't have time to be calling. You just don't have time to be making calls, or you're just not good at it, and it makes more sense to delegate. That's when you look to hire a service like mine. Now, there's lots of services like mine. You can even hire somebody overseas that may not speak the best English for like $2 an hour, and they can call for you, read a script, as long as they can speak English, right? Doesn't mean it's the best option for you. So if you guys want details on that and you're not in LA, because I'm already working with somebody in LA, let's talk. If you're already making calls and you just want to get better, my training program is built for you. Hi, Susan. So if you guys want details on that, we can talk about that too. It's enough of the commercials, but this is how I do not know. No.
Please leave a message and I'll call you back. Thank you.
Getting blown up here. I don't know who that is. It's a local number. It's not from calling, so I'm just going to let the voicemail get that.
You reached myself, leave a message, and it's back to you.
If you guys could, if you're on Facebook, go ahead and check out the YouTube channel. Right now I have 109 subscribers. I'm looking to get to 1,000 so I can monetize the channel to bring you guys better content. So if you can, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. It'll only take you a moment. And if you're on Instagram, there's a link in the bio. The dialer is working. When there's silence, that means the dialer's going, guys.
Please leave your message for 81823777208.
Okay, so we're going to switch the target up a little bit. Let's call on, so we're going to call some properties that we know the owners are absentee, so they don't live in the area or they don't live in the property. And then secondary, we also know that the property has some equity. So we have a ballpark of what the property might be worth, and we know that the owners don't live in the property. Just gotta dial back in. So essentially what I'm saying is these leads that I'm calling, these are the Glengarrys. These are for closers only. These are for the closers. These are the Glengarrys. Ken Dog, you know what I mean. I'm pulling out the Glengarrys.
Using your touchtone phone, please enter your PIN number. This is not a valid PIN number for this calling
Yes, it is.
Please try entering your PIN again. Using your touchtone phone. You are now logged into the Mojo dialer. Please press the start button on your screen to begin calling.
This is the top shelf leads, guys. So we know that they're absentee owners. Their tax address is different than the property address. That's how we know that. And we know that there's equity in the property. So it makes a lot of sense for owners like this in this market to list and sell.
I will call you as soon as possible. Thank you.
In some cases, they are not absentee. Hi, Esther.
Hello,
Hi, I was trying to reach Esther Gomez.
not this president, this number. Never had this number.
Ah, okay.
She's been giving it out to other people, but it's not hers to give out.
I see. Well, it sounds like you might know her. Are you also one of the owners of the property on Bolig?
No, I don't know where that even is. I'm not, and I don't know who she is.
Okay, well, I'll make sure we don't call you again, sir. Have a good day. He's probably getting blown up. He's probably like, oh, I hate that Esther. That Esther's giving out my number and she does not have permission. That's basically, I wonder how many calls that guy's getting for Esther. Good afternoon. I was calling to speak with Monica or Craig. Do I have the right number?
Who's calling?
My name is Jeremy. I'm calling from John Hart Real Estate. I'm calling to speak with them about the property on 126th Street. I'm sorry, say that again. When will be a better time for us to call back when you're feeling better?
There's no better time. We're not interested in selling.
You're not selling. I see. Okay. Well, thanks for the update. So we know the leads are good. We know that she didn't want to sell the property. So what do? We market is not interested. We move on to the next. Simple. Now, with those leads, it's a not interested now. We follow up with those every month. We put that onto a different list because timing's everything with these leads. We don't trash it. No. They're getting marketing, so they're getting emails, they're getting hard mail. And then I'm going to call once a month, even when they say we're not selling. Because, guys, here's the thing. Everybody will sell at some point. And again, these are the Glengarrys. We don't just throw away the Glengarrys just because they say no. Because here's the thing. As I'm building my team as well of callers, I'll have new people on my team, my new assistants, call those leads to warm up, right? Every month. Why not? I need new people to get hung up on. I need new people to be told we're not selling so we can work through that stuff, right? Those are training leads now. And if they turn out to be a deal later, great.
With UHN implementations, I can't take your call.
If you guys on Instagram, I can show you the interface on Mojo. I don't know if you've seen it before, but this is Mojo. So right now you can see the numbers on top. Those are the 3 numbers being called. And then when somebody answers, it will show me more lead information on the lead. But I don't really care what the lead says, really, because all I need to know is that they're absentee owners and they have equity. I don't even have to look at it to be able to pitch them because that's the only information I have. So the pitch is the same. We're assuming that they're owners. We're assuming they're absentee. So we're assuming that they don't have a realtor, and we're assuming that they're gonna sell when they find out how much equity they have. We're gonna assume all this stuff, guys, until they tell us otherwise, because that's the data. And in most cases, we're going to be right. And if they correct us, fine. Then we wait for that.
Accepting messages because voicemail has not yet
We
been
wait for them to
activated.
correct us. Because it's going to, hi, Chima. Hi, Chima. Hello, can I speak to Chima? So we assume that the data is correct because we don't want to take too much time confirming the data is correct in the beginning, because that screws up the beginning of the call. It allows time for negativity. It's like asking them how they're doing. It's like, hey, I'm Jeremy. I'm a local realtor. How are you? So I'm cold calling you. Now I'm wondering how you're doing. They're hanging up on me, guys. They're going to tell me to screw off. Like, no, I'm rolling into the conversation. Hi, Jacqueline.
25740.
Thanks for the hearts there, Ken, or whoever's dropping those hearts. I appreciate that. Helps us a lot. If you have any questions, if you hit that question mark button, it will turn this into a Q&A session. And so when you see live on my story, it will say Q&A as well. And you can ask me like where I found this funny shirt, something like that. You know what I mean?
Please record your message.
Or you can ask me like, what do I leave for a voicemail? Or you can ask me questions like, what do you say to somebody when they say they have to talk to their wife? What do you say to somebody when they say they have a realtor? Thanks for tuning in there, whoever is tuning in. I appreciate that. If you guys are wondering what's going on over here, I'm also streaming on Instagram.
Hello?
Hi, is this Chima available?
Hello?
Hi, is Chima available? So she said hello, hello, and then she hangs up. I'm going to redial that. Got the Formula One on TV. Hello?
Please leave your message for 32394787777.
Hi, I think we got disconnected there. My name is Jeremy. I'm calling you about your property on Bosefield in LA. I'm with John Hart Real Estate, and we had a question about the property. 818-538-9015. Again, that's 818-538-9015. So hopefully she'll get the voicemail, and now she'll know why I was calling. I don't have time to wait, so we're moving on to the next. So far in this session, the dialer has made a little over 30 calls. I've been logged in for over 20 minutes. It hasn't all been dial time, but that will give you an idea of the power of the 3-line dialer. Hi, I was calling to speak with Michael.
Who's calling?
It's Jeremy calling from John Hart Real Estate about the property on Hancock.
I think you have the wrong number.
Oh, I apologize. So I was trying to reach Michael Lemaire, or property owner of 955 Hancock Avenue in Hollywood.
I don't know anything about it.
Okay, well, I'm sorry. I apologize. Sometimes our assistants make a mistake on the information. I'll put that in here.
Okay, bye.
Those darn assistants. Guys, you can always blame it on the assistants, straight up. Even if you don't have an assistant, it's an easy out. And you go have a meeting with your assistant team, and you wring their necks for giving you all that bad information. Don't ever blame it on Mojo or Vulcan 7 or Red X or whatever platform you're using. You don't want a bunch of property owners calling your data source and blowing up and possibly, giving them a bad name. Because you're the one calling, and any one of them will explain to you what to say when you're asked that question. And I can train you on that, guys. But it's always your assistants. The data comes from public records, tax and title, that your assistants scrub daily, and sometimes they make errors. But while I have you on the phone, are you looking to buy or sell any property in the LA market? So those darn assistants, that you can always blame it on the assistants, straight up, even if you don't have an assistant. Hello? Hello, I was calling for Chima. Hello? Hello, can I speak to Chima? That darn Chima, she's hiding. I'm gonna find her though, I'll tell you.
Awesome. Thank you, and have a great day.
The next
So again, guys, this is a data list that we purchased, absentee owners in properties with equity.
At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options. If you are satisfied with your message, press 1.
We lost the Facebook stream. Damn it. Well, maybe it's still here. The page refreshed though. I don't know what's going on. So again, if you guys are techies, I need some help with that. I'm having an issue with my browser. Tabs that I don't need to be refreshed, that messes up my flow, will refresh on their own. As an example, my Mojo tab with my dialer sometimes will refresh, and I'll have to go back and restart the whole session. And when that happens, I can only assume that potentially the dialer is having issues with dead time. If you guys are on Facebook, in the comments, give me a thumbs up that you can hear me. I don't think you can see me. There's an issue happening, but give me a thumbs up. I'm going to continue calling here. As I mentioned, I'm not a marketing video guy. I'm a cold caller. I just happen to stream my stuff to help you guys.
Please leave your message for 213.
So sometimes when we have technical issues, I just move on. I need to make calls, guys.
That has not been set up yet. Goodbye.